With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
First and 10. At their own 27-yard line.
A first carry for the legend. It's Bo Jackson. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run. I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. A gain of 7, and they pick up the first. They'll run on first down. It's Jackson. The linebacker, Ryan Shazier, there to make the tackle.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And he fires one that's intercepted. It's Clay Matthews with a pick. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers. Well, Raheem Mostert, he was great in that NFC title game, 220 yards. But Super Bowl, 58 yards on 12 carries, though. He did score the touchdown in the third quarter to put the Niners up 20-10.
And think about the journey of Raheem Mostert and what he's traveled, that he has a 220-yard game, 4 touchdowns in the NFC title game that you just mentioned. But only getting 12 carries in the Super Bowl, I don't think in his wildest dreams he would have thought, I only got 12 carries in a Super Bowl? That tells you how valuable he became and what people will focus on. And don't forget Tevin Coleman, the great comeback from the dislocated shoulder against Green Bay in the title game. 5 carries, 28 yards in the Super Bowl, came back to start that game. Showed a great amount of toughness, but they didn't run it nearly as much as we expected, and they ended up with the result that maybe was unexpected too, a loss in the Super Bowl.
He may try and run for this, and they stop him short of the first, as he can only get to the 20. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down. It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
They'll go with a big back Fournette, and he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. Kyle Shanahan, an offensive mind, but his guys stopped up short. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. They'll start here with Jackson. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for second down. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on second and he's taken down. Back at his own 7. That's sacked by Khalil Mack. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And the pressure gets to him again. The perennial Pro Bowler Aaron Donald gets the sack.
Now this is where field awareness comes into play. He's getting perilously close to his own goal line, and after that sack, backed up to his own 2.
Now a hit and a loose football. And the Seahawks have picked it up.
And that's what friends are for.
Right. As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. On 2nd and 11 now. Vick. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
You better be afraid of me. Rock it. Shoot.
From the gun, Steve Young. Flush to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Calais Campbell finding his way home for the sack. We're scoreless after 1. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. 3rd and long for Young. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant to the flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
Let's go.
The Seahawks take over.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Keep it up, guys. Go. Here we go. 50. Mike 50.
Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back.
I'm scared.
To throw, Vick. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Vick now. That's caught left side by Hardman. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff.
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And he's got a 1st down as he's up to the 48. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Jackson. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these short...
A scoreless first half. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
They'll try to throw it here. Vick firing quickly here, and that's complete. First down Seattle on a pickup of 13.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. An inaugural trip to the red zone here for the Seahawks. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. They'll run it with Jackson. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. From the gun, Vic. Forced out to his left. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
Well, he strung it out as far as he could, and I like the fact that he kept his eyes downfield, but he finally ran out of time and room. But I'll take that over forcing it downfield and possibly having it intercepted.
On 3rd down, Vic. And this is caught. Herman Moore. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down.
Let's go, baby. Where'd he go? Mike's 50, Mike's 50. What? Go. So we got man. Hey, alert. Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. Now Jan Stenerud on for the field goal try. Stenerud's kick is good. And we have action on the scoreboard just before halftime. It's 3-0. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. You're down 3, under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be. Only down 3. I mean, it might as well be even going in.
It got his man complete. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Terrell Owens, 82 yards. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. It is Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what it...
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. That goes for a gain of 31.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty...